Hey, what is up, everybody? I am here to give you my WWE Smackdown review for July 16th, 2015. This is going to be the final show before Battleground. It could be good, it could be bad. We're just going to have to wait and see. One of the matches hyped for this show, one of the matches that's going to happen on the show is there's going to be a tag team match, Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus Big Show and Sheamus. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. We're just going to have to wait and see. But yeah, we're going to have to wait and see how SmackDown is. So I'm going to watch it, and as it goes to a commercial, I'm going to pause it so I don't have to sit through commercials and let it build up a little bit. And then I'll, give my thoughts on it as it goes along. But we're going to have to wait and see how good it is. So let's see. Alright, so SmackDown kicks off. We have Jimmy Uso, Tom Phillips, and Jerry the King Lawler on commentary for the show. Roman Reigns comes out. Talked about how this whole thing with Bray Wyatt started at Money in the Bank when he cost him the Money in the Bank briefcase. He talks about how he kicked his ass on Raw, and he says tonight he's going to team up with Ambrose to take on Big Show and Sheamus. He actually calls him brother Dean Ambrose, which I thought was a good line. And he goes to say that they're going to kick their ass, and then Bray Wyatt comes on the screen and says that he was impressed. The prophecy is true. That Roman Reigns has both brains and bronze or something like that, or strength. And he says, what makes you be able to have both? And he says that he didn't need to turn around to find Roman Reigns. He knew he was there. And once he turned around, he became like every one of these people. He understood why they chose him to the top. He became amused. Which really, we didn't choose him to go on the top because everyone booed him when he won the Royal Rumble match. So I didn't get that. Then Roman Reigns, I think then Wyatt said that he's going to put him down at Battleground. Roman Reigns says that, why don't you just come out here because everyone wants to see you come out here and fight. And Bray Wyatt says that he's not going to come out there. He's going to wait till Battleground. He talks about how and he even says that that's the fire that he wants from Roman Reigns. He says that you have no idea what I'm capable of. And he's talked about how he's won't be able to protect his family anymore. He's going to attack everybody that he cares about. And he says you should go to your family and tell them that you love them and you're sorry because I am going to end you at Battleground. And then that was really it. I actually liked this promo segment. This was pretty good. So I wish this was pretty good. I wish they could have done this earlier, like on Raw or something, because I actually enjoyed this promo segment. I didn't enjoy it immensely, but it's probably the best thing they've done this whole feud. But I thought it was pretty decent. Okay, so we get the Lucha Dragons, which consist of Kalisto and Sin Cara versus Kofi Kingston and Big E with Xavier Woods ringside. And the Primetime Players, which consists of Darren Young and Titus O'Neil, were doing commentary for this match. And this match, actually, I really enjoyed. I thought it was a decent tag team match. The Lucha Dragon looked really good. Sin Cara did an arm drag and a head scissors to both of them off the top. Then eventually the New Day took control. I forget how, but they did. And they dominated Sin Cara for a while. Sin Cara, one spot, Kofi Kingston hit a Hurricanrana off the top, and Sin Cara just rolled him right up, which I thought was cool, but Kofi kicked out of it. And then Kalisto gets the hot tag on Big E. He starts going off on him. He actually goes to hit the twirling crossbody, but the springboard twirling crossbody. Well, the springboard corkscrew crossbody on the Big E, but he catches him, and then Kalisto fights out of that and kicks him right and hits that kick to the head move that he likes to hit, and then the springboard spin kick, and then he hits a wicked heel kick on Kofi, and then Sin Cara dives through Kalisto's legs outside the ring onto Kofi, and then Kalisto has Big E beat with the Salida del Sol, but Xavier Woods is a distraction, so Sin Cara knocks him off the apron. Kalisto goes to tag in Sin Cara, Kofi pulls him off, and then Big E attacks. When Kalisto tries to go off on Big E, he tries to hit a springboard moonsault on him, but Big E catches him, and then they hit that move where Big E hits the New Day, and then Kofi jumps on him and get the win. And then they get on the mic, the New Day, and they Xavier Woods talks about that's what happens when you stay positive, and Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston says Kofi Kingston says just when you think you're down, the power of positivity keeps us up, and Big E talks about how they're going to become 2-time tag team champions, and Xavier Woods says that everyone's going to be chanting new tag champs. And then the primetime players getting the women the New Day retreat. And then that was really it there. I thought that was fine. A good way to build up the tag team match. And I like the tag team match between the New Day and the Lucha Dragons. And then Roman Reigns is backstage. And Dean Ambrose comes up and asks if he's ready. And he asks if he has his head in the game. And Roman Reigns says that he does. And he just says that he just can't wait for Sunday so he can beat the crap out of Bray Wyatt. Dean Ambrose says that he can't wait either because he's been sick of him for months. And Roman Reigns says that if he shows up tonight, Battleground will come early. And yeah, that was really it there. I thought that was a decent backstage segment. So this was a pretty good segment of SmackDown so far. Alright, so we get Ken Barrett versus Jack Swagger. Ken Barrett wins with the bullhammer. They don't push Jack Swagger. I feel bad for him, but it's what it is. And then R-Truth, or Ken What's Up, what comes out. And he goes to make a royal degree, but Ken Barrett cuts him off and says that you're not the King of the Ring winner. I'm the real King of the Ring. I entered an 8-man tournament and won the match and beat 3 superstars in less than 24 hours. And you were one of the superstars that entered the tournament, and you just couldn't get the job done. You weren't good enough. And he says you're just making a mockery of this, of the King of the Ring. And he talks about how some of the greatest superstars have won this. It's the biggest accolade to win in the WWE. And he says that he includes himself in there. And he says he doesn't know how many times he has to beat him to prove that he is the real King of the Ring. So he says he's not just going to beat him at Battleground. He is going to destroy R-Truth. And then that was it. Ken Barrett's promo was good. It wasn't bad, actually. He really tried to make the King of the Ring prestigious. I didn't think it was that bad, but I just really don't care about this. And I really hope he ends up winning on Sunday. I really hope so. Alright, so Cesaro's walking backstage because he's about to have a match with Rusev. And he's heading to his match. I don't normally talk about this, but then Kevin Owens comes up to him backstage. He walks by him, and they have a stare down, and Kevin Owens says to him, "Good luck, buddy." So they're obviously going to do a feud between these two. Maybe for the U.S. title, I'm not sure, but we're going to have to wait and see. But that was it. I can't wait to see them feud, though. So this is just kind of teasing it, so I like this. Okay, so we get Rusev with Summer Rae versus Cesaro. This was a really pretty good match here. Really hard-hitting. Really brutal. And Cesaro hit a wicked suplex and a German suplex on Rusev. Rusev hit a sick fallaway slam on Cesaro. He dominates Cesaro for a while. Cesaro makes his comeback. He hits some uppercuts in the corner, a springboard uppercut. Then he goes for the suicide dive on Rusev. Rusev countered by punching him in the face. And then Rusev tries to lay out Cesaro, but Cesaro he tries to backdrop Cesaro, but Cesaro counters. Then Rusev kicks him in the face, hits that big kick on him. Then he goes for the accolade. Cesaro powers out of it, gets to the ropes. Then Rusev goes to charge at him. Cesaro pulls down the top rope, and Rusev goes over the top rope. Cesaro hits a drop kick on him. Then he goes to hit the uppercut while Rusev's in the Timekeeper's barricade area. Then Rusev hits a wicked super kick on him. They get back in the ring. Rusev goes to hit a headbutt on Cesaro, but he counters with an uppercut, which would look sick as hell. And then Cesaro hits a neutralizer on Rusev for the win. So I was really happy Cesaro went over here, and it was really good. It was pretty good stuff. And then Sheamus gets interviewed. Rich Brennan asks him what it's going to be like facing Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns tonight and facing Randy Orton Sunday. And Sheamus says that isn't going to be a challenge. It may be a challenge to a small guy like you. But to him, it's just another day at the office because he knows he's just one bro kick away from becoming the new WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And then he says that he's going to send a message tonight to Randy Orton because tonight's just competition. But when he faces Randy Orton at Battleground, He's going to hurt Randy Orton, and he wants Randy Orton to come out to watch to see what he could be his fate at Battleground. So I thought Sheamus cut a decent promo here, and this was a pretty good segment of SmackDown. Okay, so we get Stardust versus Neville, and they showed the replay from Raw with the match they had, and it actually was like a comic book, which I liked. And this is what this whole feud is. It's a comic book, like I talked about in my Raw review. The man that gravity forgot versus whatever Stardust is supposed to be. I like that. Even though I think the whole Stardust gimmick should go away, I still like it. And this was a solid match here. I thought the match they had on Raw... No, I'd say this match was better because it wasn't as awkward, but I liked this match here. Neville hits a flip dive over the top rope on Stardust, and then he tries to hit a roll-up, a springboard roll-up on Stardust, but then Stardust reverses it, rolls him up, grabs the ropes, but the referee catches him. So then Neville hits a roll-up on Stardust for the win. So I was fine with this. It makes sense. It's a feud. And I can't wait to see where it ends. I like this feud. I'm not like, I like it. It's good. And yeah, that's really it. So yeah, this was good here. So Neville gets interviewed backstage, and Rich Brennan asks him, by the way, Rich Brennan seems like he's a little bit nervous doing this. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I feel like he's a little bit nervous. Maybe this is something he's not comfortable with. He'd rather be doing commentary. I'm not sure. But he gets asked, did he feel like he got retribution? He said, yeah. And he says he feels like he's just one red arrow away from beating him. Then Stardust comes up from behind, attacks Neville, and says that this is called the altitude weather, where you better buckle up because you're going to need some turbulence, which I thought that was a good line. And like I said, I do like this feud. I think it's good. Then Naomi, Sasha Banks, and Tamina Snuka get interviewed. And Naomi talks about how they're not here to make friends. They're here to take out everybody in the Divas division. And Sasha Banks says that, the same thing. I'm the boss of NXT. And we're going to own this Divas division. And you can bank on that. And Naomi says that Tamina's the strength. She has the athleticism. And she has the boss. No one's going to be able to stop him. And that was pretty good. I really like this Divas division here. And I like this group between them. I think it makes sense for them to be a group. So this was pretty good stuff here. Alright, so now we have the main event. We have Dean Ambrose and Roman Reigns versus Sheamus and Big Show. And Dean Ambrose is kicking Sheamus' ass, so he tries to go outside the ring. Big Show and Sheamus are like talking, working strategy. And Roman Reigns hits the apron drop kick onto both of Sheamus and Big Show, which was really cool. And then Ambrose dives on both of them, hits the elbow on him. And then they continue to dominate Sheamus. And then behind the referee's back, Big Show attacks Ambrose. And they get the heat on Ambrose for a while. I thought that was good stuff. And then eventually Dean Ambrose gets the hot tag on Roman Reigns. He starts going off on Sheamus. And then he's about to hit the Superman punch on Sheamus. Big Show comes in. And he goes to hit it on Big Show. Big Show catches him like he's going to choke slam him, doesn't it? But then he just shoves him. And Sheamus hits the Celtic Cross on Roman Reigns. He tries to cover him, but Ambrose breaks it up. He drop kicks Big Show off the apron. He goes to dive on Big Show. Big Show catches him and tries to choke slam him through the announce table. Ambrose counters into a DDT, and they both go through the table, which was a 6 spot. And then Reigns and Sheamus start fighting. And then Reigns takes down Sheamus. He hits the Superman punch on him, and he's about to spear him, but Bray Wyatt just comes right out. His video doesn't go up. His video doesn't go off, and then comes out. He just comes right out, which I thought was awesome, because it's something he's never done before, and I thought it was original. And attacks Roman Reigns, and he's about to hit the Sister Abigail on him. Reigns counters into a Superman punch. And then Sheamus tries to blow kick Reigns, and then Reigns ducks and hits a spear on Sheamus and stands tall and celebrates. I thought it was weird Randy Orton didn't come out. I thought, Sheamus invited him to watch, so I figured he would come out. I guess he meant at home on TV. I don't know. But, yeah, overall, I thought SmackDown was actually a pretty good show tonight. I thought it was simple. They didn't try to do anything complicated. And the only thing I can really think I hated was the Ken Barrett R-Truth crap. That's the only thing I really hated on SmackDown. So that's my review of SmackDown. If you want to check out some other YouTube channels on YouTube, you can click my non-wrestling channel, Owen the Talkinator up there. And then both my wrestling and non-wrestling channels, CM Brothers down there. Over here, my friend James the He-Man Hebert has 2 channels, and over here is his James Hebert channel. You can look up James Hebert Side 95 to find it, or you can just click right there, and you can check out his channel. He makes a lot of custom Titantrons for wrestlers and things like that, so you can check that out. And then over here is his Weymouth Youth Wrestling channel, where I've appeared on a couple of videos on there before. It's a pretty good channel. He plans on making a comeback with that in the summertime, and I'm going to be on it in the fall, so that's something to check out. And then down there, you can click to subscribe to my channel to check out future and past content from me. And that's pretty much it, guys. I will be on here to talk to you guys later on in the future.